gotta watch the language, kids. Oh my God, this will never make out. Go ahead.
My lords, ladies and gentlemen, may I welcome you, the TNA World Heavyweight Champion, the first British World Heavyweight Champion, 250 pounds, taken care of. What we're going to do is start the Impact Wrestling Podcast. All right, have a seat right in the center, please. We good down here? We good? Vic, we all get back there with the audio? Thumbs up? Good, guys? Okay. All right, you guys are ready? Everybody shooting. Hey, for real, if you guys want to upload your footage to YouTube, we're gonna take footage from everybody. I want to edit everybody's footage into this. Okay, I thought it'd be kind of cool, right? So we're doing audio. Do you want to start the podcast now? Good. Okay, let's start the podcast in 3, 2, 1. London, and welcome to the TNA Christmas party. We're starting off with Big Daddy reference. I'm JB Jeremy Borash, and I have been joined by 500 of my closest friends here in the UK. Welcome our television cameras and your cameras for Challenge TV. Our guest today got the Impact Wrestling Podcast. By the way, Christy Hemme not here this week. But who is here is the brand new World Heavyweight Champion. Heavyweight champion, Magnus. Magnus, welcome to London as the World Heavyweight Champion. Thank you so much, Jay Bismuth. Thank you. What a crowd we have here today. Also joining us, ladies and gentlemen, he is the one and only. For TNA President Dixie Carter, please welcome Rockstar Spud. They love me. They really love me. We are at a beautiful venue called the Garage in Islington. Let's give it up for the Garage, by the way, for us. It's so cool here to have us. And we are celebrating. Just moments ago, we showed the crowd your World Heavyweight title win on Impact. And of course, is a huge deal because in 108 years there has never been a World Heavyweight Champion representing Great Britain. Your thoughts?
Truthfully, you know, I know I've been, you know, messing around a little bit when I've been up on stage and everything else, but truthfully, I knew that there had never been a British world champion, and I always wondered who would be the first to do it, and I really honestly did not think that it would be me, because there's been such a wealth of talent that's come before me that were really worthy of being the world champion. So, in all honesty, I never really sort of took the idea of me being the guy to be the first one seriously, but the fact that it is incredible, but that just adds to the fact that I'm the world champion. I mean, all I wanted to do was be world champion. So to be the world champion is an incredible feeling and one I will never forget.
The whole thing is that at the end of the month of January, if all goes well, there's a good chance you will be coming to England on a tour representing London, Birmingham, Manchester, even Glasgow, and Dublin as the first World Heavyweight Champion. A, how important is it for you to hold on to that World Heavyweight title to the tour? And if you make it to the tour, how important, how cool will it be for you to tour your home country as World Heavyweight Champion?
To win the World Championship is step one. To hold on to the championship is step two. To roll in to the United Kingdom in front of the greatest wrestling fans on I love you too, darling. Every intention of winning, and I promise you this: when I do roll into the UK as the heavyweight champion of the world, champion of the world, I will make history once again. And you will all be there to witness.
All right, we've asked our fans here tonight around the world to submit their questions. And we're getting them from all over the world, literally, and people here. Thank you for all your tweets, by the way. We appreciate it. Fantastic. So many great fans here. Let's go ahead and just ask some of the questions. We put them out there. Hashtag Ask Spud. Hashtag Ask Magnus. Hashtag Ask JB. All right. Are you ready for some of the questions? First one is from Rob Haggis. Is Rob Haggis in here? Right there. Rob, I'm going to edit this for broadcast. What the F is up with that bow tie? Spud, next question, Ask Spud. Hashtag Ask Spud. Walsall or Wolverhampton? Walsall or Wolverhampton?
I'll die like Walsall, and I'll die like Wolverhampton.
Where's Good Company at? Back there? I'm Magnus, Spud, JD, favorite knockout. I'll go first. Favorite knockout, Gail Kim. That's my favorite knockout. That's in the ring, that's athletically, gifted athlete. If you like wrestling, knocking it out like Gail Kim. Magnus. Favorite knockout.
Me?
TNA roster.
Without a shadow of a doubt. TNA knockout.
Well, there's only one for me. She's the most beautiful, the most dashing, the most charismatic of all the knockouts that has ever been in Impact Wrestling. The queen of Impact Wrestling, Madam Dixie Carter.
Paul, thank you. Paul's so cool. Paul is Westford Spud. What is the most shocking thing Spud has seen or heard since becoming Mrs. Carter's eyes and ears? The most shocking thing I've seen and heard.
Well, I did want to clean up the, Madam Dixie does have several puppies, and I did clean up the dog's doo-doo a couple of times around the house, and I don't know if you've ever seen Jurassic Park, but the mound was, it was a big pile of, yeah, what you said, yeah.
Magnus, where's Mark French at? Is Mark French in the house? All right, Mark wants to know, Mark Francais, who did you look up to watching wrestling as a child?
That's a long list. It's as long as my arm. I wish it was as long as something else.
You in the back?
But the first person who really captivated my attention was Bret the Hitman Hart. Along with the British Bulldog Davey Boy Smith. And probably after that, I was very heavily influenced by Sting. And then sort of coming up into the late 90s. Again for the edit, thank you so much.
Recorded.
Always one. As much as, I'm sure this is going to get a great reaction, but I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the fact that I was influenced by Triple H. As well as so many countless others, Samoa Joe. I mean, the list goes on and on. And then after I sort of got into the business, looked back at a lot of the British stuff and was a huge follower of Mark Rollerball Rocco, Dave Finley, Willie Regal, and you know, so many others. It's so hard to mention, but they're the main people that spring to mind at this point.
All right, we're going to special guest joining us on the phone. Don't identify yourself, but at least greet the crowd. Very special surprise guest. One more time.
a true pro man. I just want to be
Hey, Robbie, real quick, just real loud, tell us your thoughts on the new world heavyweight champion, Magnus. Thanks, Robbie. Actually, he's one of your better friends, isn't he?
Unfortunately, yeah. Robbie, despite his questionable taste in clothes, no, he is one of my better friends on the roster, and I mean that didn't go according to plan, but I'm glad to.
Where's M. Jones photography? M. Jones. M. Jones, when are we going to see the Spud and Magnus tag team?
To be able to say this in person rather than on a keyboard. Because if there's anyone who doesn't need carrying, it's him, and if you knew anything about the business, you would know that, but obviously you don't, so thank you for your contribution. I'll just go ahead and keep tickling. No, by way of applause, who would like to see Spud and I tag up? And by way of applause, who would not like to see Spud and I? I'm sure it's on the cards at some point, but I don't know if it would be a regular thing. I kind of like being a fitness guy. It seems to be working out.
Where's Victoria? Victoria?
Where are you, Mickey?
Vicky? She's here. I saw her earlier. Okay. Might be a little shy. After this question, I can see why she wouldn't want to identify herself. Victoria Powell, who's here, I saw her earlier tweeted, Magnus, you're dressed like a country bumpkin. Are you moving to a school kid tonight in Camden?
I have one response to that question. How very day?
Good question here from Austin Braley. By the way, it's nice. That's all you. That's not a price tag on it. Where's Austin Braley at? Austin, honestly, Magnus, who's the better wrestler? The British Bulldog or Steven Regal?
I mean, it really is, like, they're both incredibly talented and gifted performers. All I can really do is say my personal opinion, which is, I'd say by a very slight margin, I'm probably more of a Davey Boy fan.
Taking nothing else against Steven Regal, who's a really, really cool dude. Good guy, no question about it. All right, next question, Mrs. Quasi. Quasi wants to know, Magnus, do you think... Looks like Alan Partridge.
I've never seen Alan Partridge without his clothes on. immediate striking resemblance. I think EC3 looks like a Disney character. He looks like a little bit like Mr. Incredible or someone like that.
He looks like a superstar. That's what it is.
He looks like a character. He looks like the world needs him. He's been around for a very long time, so you gotta get used to it.
All right. A lot of great questions. Ask Spud, ask Magnus, ask JB. Here we go. Between the two of you, from Misha, multi-classic geek, wants to know, between the two of you, is this the start of a new British Alliance faction in TNA?
Well, here's the thing. No, they're not British. Geography, school, out. I'm sitting next to the first British champion in 100 years. And he's sitting next to the winner of British Boot Camp. So who knows what's going on down the road, but as far as you can see, wherever he is, I'll be. Wherever I am, he'll be. Keep watching Impact Wrestling and you'll find out.
Alright. I think, just to add to that, I think that as great as it is to be the very
The hell happened? Hey, stop it. What the hell?
Just to add to that very quickly, I think that if this is proof of anything, it's not so much about the fact that we're British, it's just about the fact that now, thanks to the British contingent that have made their way over to the States, that there are no barriers anymore. It doesn't matter where you're from, there is no glass ceiling, there are no limits on anybody, so I don't care where I'm from, I don't care where anyone else is from. Talent rises to the top, and that's the end of the story.
And obviously, if you watch Impact Wrestling tonight on Challenge at 9, at the end of the show, I could not have been prouder. My story, I could, generally here, I could not have been prouder and these two gentlemen that are on stage here, I personally do not feel that I would be where I'm at right now without these two gentlemen here.
A good tweeter from Leicester, actually. When you addressed the Wembley crowd back in 2012, which, by the way, I thought was the promo, what we call the business promo of your career, Wembley Arena, 2012. When you addressed the crowd at Wembley 2012, did you ever think, returning a year later, you'd be world heavyweight champion?
Well, it was 2 years later. Thanks for paying attention. Well, you know, the sort of cliche, modest thing to say would be like, oh no, I never thought that I would be returning, but I always believed that I could be the world champion. I think that if you don't, then you don't really have any business being in the pro wrestling industry. If you don't believe that you can be the top guy and you can be the world champion, then you will never be the world champion. So I did always envision that idea and that vision of coming back, you know, to Wembley or to all of the arenas in the UK as the world champion. Yes, I did believe that I could do it.
Very cool, very, very cool. All right, where's Big Ben at? Big Ben Ward in the house? Big Ben, Spud, what's wrong with that bloody haircut?
I have no idea what's wrong with the British public and everything I wear, everything in my hair. The fact that I'm the chief of staff. I think everyone's just a bit jealous that I'm the chief of staff and I'm getting paid loads of money.
Matt Edwards on Twitter. Spud, are you proud to be from Birmingham?
And February 2nd, it's going to be the biggest homecoming party of the entire tour.